All right, and away we go.
All right, so Kusqt, he doesn't have the skin. I am disappointed at the lack of Zalgus skin here. Oh god, I hate this loadout so much. It just drives my OCD off the wall. Garwar knows what I'm talking about. Kus is running the Ravager Duelist. He's got 2 magic resist, 1.2 power and haste, and 1 armor. The reason this drives me mad is that it leaves holes inside the loadout page that you cannot fill. And it drives me absolutely crazy.
Now, coming out from the Spirit team, Mr. Guru, interesting choice with the life, and his loadout looks to be 14.2 magic resist, 7 defense pen, and he's also going with Ravager. I think that's a very, very solid loadout, very solid. I mean, and it's going to be interesting because since Zalgus is more auto attack centralized, I think it's going to be a great shaper for, because Guru just said he doesn't play mages a lot, and I think this is, if he is going to play a mage, I think this one's going to be his bread and butter. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, you also have to remember that Kusqt is actually the jungler for Wynn's Para, so he doesn't normally play mages either.
Okay.
Alright, and actually Kusqt is starting with a Hunger and 1 potion. Now that's a little more interesting. Now, ever since the adjustment to Hunger so that it can only proc once every half a second, it makes the throwing the chain through the minion line only give you, 1 health. It used to give you 18. So big change there. He's probably looking to upgrade it fairly soon. You can get to Consumption from Hunger for 870. That's pretty cheap upgrade, or you can go to a Desire for 710 if you're up against a physical opponent. So very, very cost-effective upgrade. Kusqt very aggressive on Guru. He's going to land an auto attack on him. Here comes the second wave.
For being a
There's one, and... Go ahead, sorry.
For being a jungler, he's showing great proficiency in last hitting, though. I mean, personally, I main jungler for my first 200 games in Dawn-Gate, and I know my last hitting wasn't quite up to snuff with everybody else's, and he's definitely showing proficiency, not normally seen in jungler, so just a great player, Kusqt. So definitely this is going to be a great game to watch in the end.
Well, Zalgus does get a little help from Burden of Knowledge in his last hitting, so that little bit of extra damage, and plus he's got Duelist as well, so he gets all kinds of bonus damage on his auto attacks. So, I mean, at this stage of the game, the difference between Zalgus last hitting and, say, a carry like a Miquella or a Nisa last hitting, it's right about the same as far as how much damage they do on their auto attacks.
Good point, good point.
I shall illuminate you.
Using the, what is that, Great Rift. I can talk today, really I can.
Oh, man. It's alright, bud, I know that feel.
Well, Kus has a good strategy. He just says, I'll just out-farm you, and you can win by out-farming the opponent. You go up 30 CS after 10 minutes. That is a win condition. And we've seen it happen more often than not. Chain onto Guru, but not going to follow it up. Probably because the Rift was on cooldown. I think he used it the last hit.
Trying to out CS Guru, though, is a slippery slope. I mean, Kus definitely...
he's doing it, though.
Very great. He's definitely doing it, but interesting to see late game though. That 30 advantage CS I think is a little bit harder than it's not there's 30 advantage, not 30 plus. So it's gonna be definitely interesting.
Change into Rift. There's the drain onto Kusqt, and well, it's gonna bring him down to about half health. Miss Guru's going to have to get his cooldowns back up one more time. There's the Burden of Knowledge active to make sure Kus can't hide. There's the chain. He misses, gets chained himself, eats an auto attack, and dodges the Great Rift in return. Great plays by Kus.
Now remember,
or Kus.
Kus, I know, right? Kus has only Hunger, but he has no pots left, but he seems to be sustaining himself very well with that Hunger, though. So that definitely looks like to be a viable option right now.
And then you say that, and he eats a bunch of auto attacks, a chain, and a rift. So, you know.
Yeah.
And you see Kus just attack moving away from the creep line, because I don't care who you are. 18 damage a second from 6 minions. That hurts. Oh my gosh, the chunkage. Kus is one combo away from dead.
He is, wow. And I think he may have to go back from this, but
he is going back.
So give Guru a chance to try to catch up on that CS score. And Guru sticking to his game plan, man. He says, yes, you might be able to CS me, but I'm going to chunk you as whenever I can. Looks like Guru is also going to come back to base, and it'll be interesting to see what he buys first.
Yep, I called it right on Kusqt. He went straight into a consumption, so it's 25 power and 10 life drain. He also picked up a will for good measure. Now,
Okay,
I also didn't
well-
mention this. He picked up Blink as well, so he's not going to be able to drain back.
Interesting. So Guru actually started with an aggression, so a little bit of that defense pen, some power, and he got 2 pots. So definitely a straightforward build, but let's see if he's effective with it.
Yeah, Guru figuring out what we were talking about during the pregame there. Stop doing so much damage with autos. Yeah, with Duelist plus Burden of Knowledge plus, base damage. Yeah, those hurt. Oh, yes, thank you, Garwar. Yes, there are some secret Nightbot commands. There are 11 of them, I believe. And one of them will reveal all the commands. Oh, nice! Final chapter. Didn't even use the chains on it and still lands it. Guru, you're not going to be able to stick around here. You're going to have to go back. I mean, I know you got a potion up, but, I mean, you're 200 health. Yep, Kusqt drops him. GG.
He blinked and lost the cameraman. I was like, where did he go? I guess we can say, guys, the
That
Kusqt
clutch
is
blink
loose.
ultimate.
Is that it?
Yep,
Oh.
the Kusqt is loose. No, it's Kus. Believe me, it's Kus for a reason.
Nice.
If you've ever,
nice.
you ever heard him in voice chat, believe me, it's Kus. All right, so Guru actually learned a thing from the last match. He's actually started Hunger and a Potion. He's changed his loadout quite a bit. He's now got 14.2 magic resist, 7 defense pen, and Ravager.
Interesting. Cost says it's not broke, don't fix it. So he looks like he's going a little bit different loadout. He's going with 2 magic resist, 1.2 haste, 1.2 power, 1 armor, and then his Ravager and Duelist.
That's the same that he ran last round.
Oh, okay. I wasn't able to.
And it doesn't drive my OCD any less insane for him to have done it twice in a row. In fact, it makes it even worse.
Oh no. I love that pregame jabs coming out from both sides.
Yeah, secret tactics, Kusqt. Yeah, when he can just, select your character in game and see exactly what you bought, or, just press tab and see what you bought when he has vision of you. Real secret, right?
So Cus went for Blink for his first spell, and honestly, if you think about it, Blink is a very good choice considering that you can dodge those skill shots with a Blink. If you can't maybe move out of the way fast enough because you have that Burden of Knowledge on you with that slow, but that Blink can probably save you in a pinch, and I think that's a very, very wise choice.
Although I would prefer Dispel in that situation, simply because of the lower cooldown. I mean, the thing about Blink in this format is that if you take Blink, you get to use it one time. You gotta make it count. Now, Cus made it count in a big way last time to blink in and get the unexpected combo off on him. After 2 seconds, but still. Hey, Cus, I'm just gonna say you absolutely next leveled him. You blinked in and you just sat there. You just messed with Guru's head there. Kind of like Tarelther's standing still juke of the Great Rift, chains combo from Downsy in the last round.
Yeah, you'll hear people be like, "Oh, make sure you put these skill shots a little bit behind him and stuff like that." But great players know that's coming, so you'll often see them just either going forward, forward or stop, and that is just a sign of a great, competent player.
No secrets.
Oh, dang it, Scrag. Sorry. I mean, I thought my nose felt a little weird. I'm sorry about that, man. Thanks for telling me. I'm kidding, dude.
Now, that's one player that we'll hopefully see in Best Shaper Zalgus come out for McScrag. I hope he definitely shows his proficiency with that character.
Yeah, speaking of Zalgus was the recipient of a few buffs recently. We're not gonna start Jet on those because that would you don't want to hear that conversation.
They seem legit.
Oh, Guru. Cus lands one combo and brings Guru down to half health, just like he was there. Got to be real careful. Here, I mean, just one mistake there. Oh, look at man! Nice jukes by Kusqt. He stood still, dodged the chain, moved a little bit, got out of the way of the rift. Uh-oh, you're gonna eat minion aggro, dude. No, okay, so they both hit level 4. He'll fire the chains, lands the rift even though he missed the chains. I think they're just content to sit back and farm for the moment. I mean, they both have hungers, so that seems to be the order of business. Just, you know, get the harass when you can, and Gus is going to push this into the binding. Binding will take a little bit. It's not going to take too terribly much because he's still more concerned about getting the farm. Kusqt is up, looks like 5 CS. It's 26 to, well, now 22 now, so he's up 4. No, that's an interesting choice by Guru. He took Bastion.
That magic resist can definitely help him out. I don't quite agree with the Bastion, but maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe he's got something planned for it.
Well, the thing is that if he hits Bastion, it will absorb all of the damage from Final Chapter. So, I mean, it's a good choice. And Guru's.
Oh, that's great.
Now, I wonder if Kusqt actually is maxing W, because that's certainly an option if you just want to max your auto attacks.
That could be a viable strat. I mean,
it doesn't work on bindings, but
Secrets.
so this binding right now is gonna. Now that's the other thing about bindings got changed too. Bindings have less health than they did in the last Best Shaper World. They used to have 3750. Now they only have 3000. There's 500 damage gone off the binding already, just from one wave. Gonna dodge the chains. He's gonna. Actually, he missed the chains.
Oh, okay. Thought he rigged it. Got the ended the. He landed the Great Rift though.
He did most definitely land the Great Rift. Now, another thing that's interesting about Zalgus' kit, the active on Burden of Knowledge has a range of 3040. That's the same range as Final Chapter. So if you have Burden of Knowledge active ready to go, there's no reason for you to ever fire a blind laser. So you just hit W and just see what's in front of you, see if you can hit anything.
Looks like Kusqt is coming back with a consumption and 2 wills. Definitely a solid choice. Got that 25 power, got that 10% life drain. Definitely gonna help him in lane.
Wow, Guru is just chunking this binding down. He's taken off about 800 health off of Kusqt's binding. So he's got the binding lead right now. Lands the chain. There's an auto attack. Lands the rift. Nope, he dodges the rift actually.
Felt that.
Kusqt walked into the Great Rift. Questionable decision there. I think I would have rather walked out of it, but you know, maybe he's just next leveling us here.
Bold decisions. Bold decisions.
Yes, bold decisions. Yeah, look at how much damage his auto attacks are doing. Oh my gosh, he's just crushing them. Look at that, it's like 120 damage going through on an auto attack when you combine the Duelist and the Burden of Knowledge together.
There's something to be said there's something to be said about going last or close to the last in these matches, be able to see what your opponents do.
Oh no, there he goes. Final Chapter's going to snipe the kill after being weared down by a bunch of auto attacks. GG Kusqt.